And with that, we welcome you to the 2024 FIBA 3x3 World Tour Final from the Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China here in Hong Kong. It is the grand finale as the top 12 teams in the world clash for 3x3's ultimate crown, the coveted World Tour Final title. The next 2 days of action will culminate a 17-city 2024 World Tour season that has taken FIBA 3x3 from North America to Europe and, of course, here to Asia. Throw the Masters titles out of the window over the next 48 hours. We are truly going to see who the best in 3x3 is. Before we delve into the storylines, how about we get you familiar with the rules of 3x3 for those of you who don't know? Check it out.
Yo, what's good? My name is Kyle Montgomery, aka the voice of 3x3. And if for some reason you still don't know the rules of 3x3, it is time to tap in. Class is officially in session. So on our half court, you've got two teams of 3 players with 1 additional substitute on the bench. Yo, what's up, sub? Can I check in? In 3x3, even the ball is different. This is the official Wilson right here. Trust me, it's groovy, baby. This game is pedal to the metal. 10-minute game clocks, just 12-second shot clocks, and a 1st to 21 scoring format for the win. If a team doesn't score 21 points, all they have to do is outscore their opponent within 10 minutes. And you know we keep it street. In this game, we score by 1s and 2s. Anything inside the arc is worth 1. Anything outside of the arc is worth 2. Still got it. And this game is all gas, no brakes. Literally, after the opening check ball, play is continuous. Make or miss, offense turns to defense just like that. This 10-minute sprint is just getting started. We'll see you at the top.
We will see you at the top indeed. It does not get any higher than this here in Hong Kong at the World Tour Final. I am the voice of 3x3, Kyle Montgomery. Well, I already said the voice, boss. Right. The mountain boss, Raudondvaris, here with me as well. We saw the qualifying draw action yesterday. It was crazy. Princeton, of course, emerged to make it into the main draw, Pool D. Here are your previous World Tour Final winners, dating back to 2012. This, of course, is the 13th edition of the World Tour. Started with San Juan. Had the Novi Side Dynasty take over for a while, along with the Slovenians winning a couple. Riga and Liman also winning World Tour Final titles. And for the last 2 years, it has been Huishan in E going for an historic three-peat. Never been done in FIBA 3x3 history. We're still setting records in terms of number of events per year. And that's a nod to our staff. Shout out to Ignacio and company. We got 17 cities this year, culminating here in Hong Kong. Here are those stops throughout the season. We've been talking about the parity of 2024 ad nauseum throughout the year. That's because we've had 8 different title holders in 16 regular season stops. Huishan in E with 5 of them, but a couple of other multi-winners in Miami, Amsterdam, Vienna, who also all won at least 2. In Miami's case, 3. So here are the teams that are competing. Here are the 12 finalists, the very best in all the 3x3 this year. It was decided yesterday in the qualifying draw as Princeton stayed true to their ranking, I guess. They finished 12th in the World Tour standings. They deserved a spot in the main draw, and here they are. And here are the big money earners. These are the elites. These are the affluent. Huishan in E. $366K. I believe that includes their $60,000 bonus for finishing #1 atop the World Tour standings at the end of the year. If not, then they would be well over $400K. It's been a good year, to say the least, for Dr. Strange and company. personally, Doc Strange, world #1. You see him atop the player rankings, followed by his teammate Dejan Majstorovic. Matter of fact, the Serbians represent 3 of the top 5 ranked players in the world.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it tends to go like that.
Serbia has been the dominant force in 3x3 ever since the inauguration in 2012. So,
no, I'm not messing with you. Yes, you speaking nothing but facts. And they're going to try to dominate here again. We take a look at the pools. You got an all-Serbian Group A.
Yep.
Is that the pool of death?
It might just be, although I also like that Pool D with Paris, Vienna, and Princeton.
Yeah, that one's going to be tough.
That one's tough as well.
That's going to be tough as well.
Which pool isn't tough, though? Think about it. It's the finals.
It's the World Tour finals.
It's the finals.
Yeah, all facts. Again, this is the creme de la creme. This is the centerpiece of the 2024 season, the World Tour Final from Hong Kong. Winner takes home $60,000 US and the undisputed right to claim themselves as the best 3x3 team in the professional ranks on the planet. All right, so 10-minute games, 12-second shot clocks. Top 2 out of each group advance to tomorrow. We start off with Huishan and Liman, longtime rivals in 3x3. Liman, 2021 World Tour Final winners, but after that, Ub is taking over the mantle, and they are welcoming back that man right there. You might have saw him on the movie 300. Maybe not. He looks like it. But that is Nemanja Barac Nem Dezo. Back in business with Ub Huishan in E to lead him out. One of the best rebounders in the game and arguably the best defender. Marko Brankovic. I guess we could say he's been quiet this year. He's played well, but normally we see him atop the key assists. He's usually averaging about 5.5 points per game.
I think he's been just what you expect from Brankovic. He's been hitting big shots his whole career, and I think that's what he's done this year. Come through in moments when his team needs it most. I don't think he's going to be counted on as the main scoring threat, although he can go off in certain games.
There's Dejan Majstorovic, the game's all-time leading scorer, the most decorated player in the history of the game. Oh, he's only got 6 World Tour Final titles. Only 6. He's joined by Dr. Strange, the World Tour Final reigning MVP. 3 MVPs in our Masters this year. Doc Strange trying to get another one here in 2024. Their opponents also out of Serbia, Team Liman. That's Alexa Stojanovic, the youngest member of this Liman squad, who's gone through a bit of a transition this year, a new-looking team, and even a different look for the final, as Dusan Popovic will rejoin the squad. No Marko Stefanovic in this one.
Yeah, Liman dealing with some injuries. Andrea Milutinovic sidelined by a meniscus injury.
Yes.
Was slated to play here through that injury, but early this week his knee just gave out.
I thought that Milutinovic would be the X factor for them, and since he's not playing, should I go back on my all-in?
You could.
No, I can't. I've done it, and it's done. But it's Liman with the Olympian, the bronze medalist from Tokyo, world champion, European champion, Mihailo Vasic, joined by the European champion and the scoring champion of this season, Chef Koya, Stefan Kojic. Good for 7 a game. He's going to have to shoot the lights out. He's going to have to play the tournament of his life, I think, if Liman are going to win this.
You're right about that. He has made the most 2s on the year, though, 85 of them, so he is a known shooter, 32% from deep. I think if he stands up this tournament, they have a good shot. But it's a big if.
He is one of the most deadly offensive players in the game. We'll get into the comparisons once the action gets underway. Our 2 officials right there, Najib Chachadin and Brigitte Chobaye Koshkutu. It was an Olympic year for 3x3, in case you didn't know. As it was the 2nd appearance for 3x3 on the Olympic stage in Paris. Serbia did not medal, shockingly. However, not Amsterdam, Netherlands took gold. Paris would earn a silver, as in France. And the Lithuanians would take a bronze medal in the men's competition. Started this season way back at the end of April. Now here we are and approaching December and got the World Tour final here. And to cap the year, the AmeriCup. Don't forget about the AmeriCup coming up in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Africa Cup coming up as
and
well,
the
right
Africa
after
Cup
this.
as well. Absolutely.
Madagascar, huh?
So we ain't done, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
We will see. All right, this is what we've all been waiting for. We've been anticipating this. It is the World Tour Final 2024 from Hong Kong. Kyle Montgomery, a.k.a. The Voice. Bas Rosendahl, a.k.a. The Mountain. We start off in Pool A with Huishan in E and Liman. Who won 5 events this year. Led the league, #1 in the World Tour rankings. Liman with no Masters wins this season. But remember in 2021, when they won the World Tour final, they also didn't win a Masters that year. He's got a Masters stroke. Stojanovic from the right wing. Count those. Two-piece with the contact.
Look, Stojanovic is a creative offensive player. He's got a good shot, and even though he's stepping in because of injury, I think he adds a new dynamic to the squad. They got a secondary creator next to Kojic. I like that.
Stojanovic, 5 events played this year, 3 points per game. Numbers won't jump off the page at you, honestly. 33% from the field, and he misses the free throw. But he's a pesky defender, and he's young. It's like his battery never empties.
You're right. You're right. He's got a motor. He keeps going. He hustles. And again, he's young, but he's been active at the big stage, right? Was in the finals of the Under-23 World Cup a few years ago. Lost that game, but he's been in big games.
It's true. And we've seen him kind of grow up before our eyes this year, as Liman have had to depend on him a lot more. Popovic starting on the bench. Barac with the rock up top. He'll get it over to Branquilla. Branquilla to the maestro. Inside, he will find Barac, and Barac will deliver it. And then Diesel using that strength.
This is what Barac gives the squad, a pick and roll vertical target. He can catch that lob, finish it in one go, or like this, wait a little bit, and then hit the layup.
Baz, I love this group.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. I do too.
I love this group. Think about all these guys who played in the summer in Novi Sad, who grew up in one of the Limans, Liman 2, 3, 4, one of them. They have battled and fought for years for spots on the national team, on the World Tour, in Challengers. There's no shortage of familiarity. They know the personnel, they know skill set, they know what their sets are.
Yeah, they know each other very well, but this season so far, that's worked out in Oob's favor.
Ooh, Strange. He hit that from the Strand. 3-2. The Strand is the beach in Novi Sad.
Yeah, figured.
Pull up. Oh, no. Travel before the shot. Vasic on that Olympic team in Paris this year that didn't turn out the way that Serbia had hoped. Along with Strahinja, Majstorovic and Brankovic. That foul is going to put Dr. Strange on the line, the world #1, by the way, in case you didn't know. Picked up MVP honors just last week in Shenzhen to cap the regular season. Was not his best tournament. I think he'd even say that. He averaged 6 points a game, 1 of 12 from 2 range, though. But 3 MVPs, Shenzhen, Macau, and Debrecen this year. Dr. Strange will miss the free throw. Been pretty good, actually, from the stripe this year, so somewhat of a shock to see him miss that free throw. 76%. He missed that one, too, but luckily for him, it's a lane violation. So he'll get another shot.
I'm curious about the fouls for Liman. I went into the lineup data and checked out the tournaments that this group of players for Liman had played together. And only small sample size, one tournament, but they fouled 9 times per game.
Well, Liman have had an issue fouling this season. They're over the penalty threshold. They average 7.7 a game. That's not good.
No. No, that's not a place you want to be in, especially against a team that's beaten you on average by 4.5 points per game this season on the Masters.
Well, Liman jumped out to a 2-0 start. It's been a 4-0 run for Ub ever since. The turnaround fader from the league's leading scorer is no good. Barac to Brankovic. Barac will check out. We've seen Nemanja and Nenad Naranjas kind of alternate here late season. They decided to make the switch to Barac here for the World Tour Final.
Well, I think there's one stat that backs that up as Brankovic gets free for a layup without anybody being there. Look, I think one stat backs that up. Again, went into the lineup data, and for Ub, this squad shoots on average 37% from 2. Their average for the season as a team is 31%. So they shoot it better with Barac on the squad.
You know, yeah, and Barac doesn't shoot too many of them, but
he shoots it at a decent percentage, but I think it might be down to quality of screens.
Yeah, that was just what I was thinking. 5-2. Barac 9 events this year. That's 2 more than the Eliminator. A 3-point Ub lead. This is game 1 of the World Tour Final from Hong Kong, as Popovic will get his own rebound. The extra effort plays is what he brings to this team. Stojanovic to the house. Got a foul red after the made bucket. Stojanovic is hyped up.
He's fuming.
He got no chill right now. He's going to have to cool off while he gets a rest on the bench. Ub with 5 fouls and 5 points. And that one is taken away. Look at these two legends. Kojic, number 2 on the all-time scoring list. Majstorovic, number 1 on the all-time scoring list. And neither one of them do anything because there's a foul underneath.
There's been fouls and fouls to start this game. Both teams in a hackathon.
Oh, my God. That's a good one. 10 fouls in 2.5 minutes?
Yep.
Ah, yeah, you're right. Uh-oh. Vasic goes down, holding his right shoulder. He's not exactly being treated like a Brate. Oh, actually, no, he was setting the screen.
He was, and I think that might have
just collided with Brankovic.
Yeah, and it might have been a stinger in his shoulder. That's gonna hurt.
Well, he's all right, it seems. Majstorovic gives it up. Barac had the right idea, but that active hands in the paint broke up the pass attempt. Dejan Majstorovic will get it started. Top 5 this year again in terms of total scoring. His 11th season. Oh, he had him lost in the abyss and didn't knock down the shot. Maestro still got that jab in his bag at 36.
He does, and I think Kojic was expecting him to shoot right away. Small details here. Kojic knows Majstorovic so well that he checked that ball to his non-shooting hand.
That was a good observation. I didn't recognize that. Yeah. But he had him all shook up. Didn't make the shot. Kojic, Chef Koya delivers the dish.
How often have we seen that pick and roll between Kojic and Vasic over the years?
You don't. Not only does Kojic lead the league in scoring, he leads the league in key assists. That's because the attention that he draws, that'll get some attention. Doc Strange on the baseline, bringing the base. 6'4", Stojanovic getting tricky with it. Needle threaded, dime delivered. Great pass there from Stojanovic. Branquilla, oh, plenty of contact. Kojic is going to walk it off. He knew that he committed a foul right there, which is the 7th on Liman. 2 free throws were coming one way or the other.
Both teams are so deliberate with their movement behind screens, and it's so tough to stick with them because of that. And I think that's where a lot of these fouls come from. Being late on a shot contest, you know, maybe undercutting a player slightly, as you can. This is not the same play, is it? No.
That's the first shot of the game for Stojanovich.
I thought we were going to get the same play, but it's all good. Anyway, I think that's where a lot of fouls come from. You know, the deliberateness on the screens for the offensive teams, and then, you know, being a slight tad bit late on the defensive end.
Well, we got a 6-5 game. And obviously a lot of fouling going on. 7 fouls apiece.
Marko Brankovic, gold medalist, FIBA 3x3 World Cup 2022. FIBA 3x3
Branquilla knocks it down. Brankovic, 10 events played this year, 4.6 points per, 82% at the free throw line. 5th in key assists, so he's still top 5. And the Beast will stroke it in again. 3-point lead, Oob. Trying to get Kojic free. Kojic gets a look anyway, sees it roll off the iron. And you worry about, if you're a Liman fan, you probably worry about being too one-dimensional. Oh, you got to watch your meniscuses. That was between the knees.
Barac is such a big target on that pick and roll. Able to go vertical with it as well.
And look at that perimeter defense.
Yeah, I mean, they give up a little bit of creation with Naranjic being out, but they gain a better shooter and they gain maybe a better pick and roll target.
That's debatable. I mean, I like Naranjic. I like Naranjic a lot too.
Yes,
of course, MVP in Amsterdam this year. Big body. I think he and Barac really are. They're the definition of interchangeable. I think he's a little bit better scorer on the inside than Barac is.
He is, and he's a better rebounder when it comes to numbers.
The postman delivers.
Here comes Doc Strange. He decides to get it rerouted. Majstorovic has not gotten many free looks. That's going to cost him a possession. The thievery, the delivery. Popovich inside. Liman back within a possession. Barac, give me that. You take this. So we got a 10-7 game. Approaching the midway point from Hong Kong. The World Tour Final. Dejan Majstorovic, who won 4 World Tour Final titles with Novi Sad, and obviously the last 2 with Oob. He'll set the screen for Branquilla. Drainage. 5-point game. Oob on top. That one lofted inside to Vasquez. You know that's going to be a bucket. Vasquez converted 80% of his 1-point attempts this year. That one gets him within 4, but not for long. String music is queued up.
Problem for Liman is they're fighting 2s with 1s. Oob know very well not to give Kojic any space. They're guarding well on the outside, so Liman's forced to go into that pick and roll, take 1-point shots. Difference in the game right now, 5 points on the back of 4 made 2s for Oob.
That's the difference between these teams. Here's Majstorovic. Well, he was about to take another one of those 2s.
Yeah.
But Oob had that ability. They are the top scoring team in the league on average, and the stingiest defense in the league on average. Kojic will lose his footing. Barac will take that away. He will kick it. Strange finds himself home alone like Macaulay Culkin. He nails it. 16-9, Oob trying to get away with it. Nice shoulder fake there from Branquilla. Liman don't know what hit him.
That's not a Harlem shake, that's a Novi Sad shake.
Giving their own take on it. 8-point, make that 10. I couldn't even finish the sentence. Doc Strange getting in on it. Down to a 9-point game, but Oob mean business.
A strong start for Oob. I mean, look, you know they want to have that 3-peat, but this is a A blowout.
I didn't see this one going this way.
Well, about 2 minutes ago, it wasn't this way.
Well, I wouldn't be shocked to see, obviously, win. They are the favorite, but they beating the brakes off of Liman right now.
I'm saying, like, the average margin of victory this year was just over 4 points. We're at a 9-point difference right now. But again, let me remind you, it was 10-7 just a short few minutes ago.
Well, it is now 19-9. Am I right? No, 19-10. So a 9-3 run for Huishan and E. They ain't done yet. Dr. Strange taking them to the office. Vasquez underneath. The Olympic teammates, they collide, and that ends up being a score, one that probably will not matter. It definitely will not matter. In fact, with 3 minutes to play, Uba's going to get a point. It just matters a win. Quick over. Majstorovic, there's a duet for Mr. String Music. 22-11, beat down to start this World Tour final in Hong Kong. Ooh-wee.
What a game. And again, the difference in this game, the shooting. Oob got loose. And I want to say they hit about 7 twos in this one. Liman, I don't think, hit one. Maybe they got one from Stojanovic early.
I thought they did a great job chasing Kojic off of the two-point arc. They knew that he was really the most potent offensive player. If there's anybody that was going to beat him, it would be Kojic. Letting him get looks. Completely locked him up and turned out the lights on Liman. 11-point win for the two-time defending champs to start this 2024 World Tour final. Pool B action is coming up next. We'll get a look at Miami and Lausanne, scheduled to check ball in about 7 minutes. They'll get warmed up, we'll cool down. The World Tour final from Hong Kong continues in about 5.
望住嘅鏡頭揮下手啊，小朋友，肚餓啊！肚餓可以出邊我哋嘅小賣部咧，好多精美嘅嘢食㗎。Wow, hello, nice to see you, buddy。嗱，頭先所講咧，如果你填咗 survey 咧，就可以有機會攞到啱啱小朋友揸住嗰個比賽迷你波啊。Hello, let's enjoy the show. Wow, what a kiss！ 嗱，唔好怕醜啊，望下鏡頭揮揮手啊！係啦，冇錯啦，係你哋啊！ All right， 哦，係你哋兩位啦，唔好怕醜，得。喂，咁似樣嘅，你兩個係咪兄弟嚟㗎？有啲似樣喎。Yeah, FIBA 3x3 World Tour Hong Kong Final 2024 is going down in the main draw. Wow! Hello， 小朋友揮下手先。 係啦，我哋睇波咧，一定要同大家玩得開心，揮下手互動下。Wow, welcome to the FIBA 3x3 World Tour Hong Kong 2024. You know what you're eating? 平安包 alright, it's tradition in Changzhou. Hi guys, just wave your hands. 我嚟自係咪 CUHK 嘅同學仔啱啱見到你哋啊？
All right, you got Miami and Lausanne up next. Miami leads the head-to-head. Obviously, what a year it has been for Miami in a kind of topsy-turvy 2024. Started with a completely different team than they have now. The only carryover from the early Miami team is Dylan Travis, but no more Kareem Maddox. He's a legend. He's a GOAT. No more Canyon Barry. You could say the same. And no more Jimmer Fredette on this team this year since the injury at the Olympics. So they reshuffled, they regrouped, and they end up winning a Masters in Neom together. This Miami team is a special group trying to put it together on the biggest stage in all of 3x3. Trigger Trey leads the league in two-point shooting percentage, 40% this year. Mitch Hahn not far behind him. He's a 35% two-point shooter. They have the ever-dynamic James Parrott, a.k.a. the Slim Reaper, making his way to the court. All smiles for JP and the real deal. Dylan Travis, the lone Olympian on this Miami team, considered amongst the favorites with Oob, with Amsterdam, and you throw Vienna in there as well.
Yeah, despite them only playing a few tournaments together in this lineup, 4 to be exact if you count Debrecen where they played with 3 players, they have a pretty large sample size compared to the other teams when it comes to this lineup. 17 games, 14 games won, 3 games lost. I like the way they speed up teams.
Well, yeah, the quickness they certainly use to their advantage, and their shooting ability as also will break a defense down. We've seen it time and time again this year. Lausanne, typically one of the better defenses, but this year they've taken a little bit of a step back. They're allowing 18 points per game. They come in with an 11-19 record on the tour this year. That was good for 9th in the tour standings after the regular season. And back at the World Tour Final again this year. Last season they finished 8th in this event. And they come out with Mhala, Malik Halujaweki, Carlos, the silent assassin, Martinez, Raphael, Wireless Wilson, and the king, Wes Montagny. Team Lausanne playing without the Swiss legend, Gilles Martin, which shocked me. But
me too. But
apparently is he hurt?
I'm not sure. But this lineup for Lausanne has actually done pretty well. 4-3 record on the year come to games. Very up and down, as you kind of expect from this squad, right? 13th in Shenzhen, 9th in Wuxi, 2nd in Chengdu with the same lineup. So wildly different results. And it comes down for them to, can they knock down the long-range shots? If they do, they're very good. If they don't win as much.
Lausanne is one of those variable teams. Question mark. When they play well, I think they can shock a lot of people. We saw how they started the season. They made back-to-back finals in Chengdu and Ulaanbaatar. That was back in June. But have not finished better than 5th since then. So they're trying to get their early season groove back. Here's your 3 seed again in this tournament. 6th in the World Tour standings this year. You see their record as well. 26-7 on the World Tour this year. 19.5 points per game Miami scores, and they allow 16.5. That's second to only, you guessed it,
Amsterdam.
No.
Ooh.
Amsterdam's tied with them.
Okay, all right. But look, this lineup for Lausanne is actually, when it comes to the lineups in the field, one of 4 teams with a sub 30% shooting percentage from 2. That's down. That's because of Malik and Carlos Martinez. They're at 18 and 24% respectively. But you were talking about their defense. This is their best defensive group. They're down from that 18.3 you said on the season as a team to 15.9 points allowed. With this group.
Man,
so expect them to bring the hustle and bring the rebounds, obviously, when you have the king on your squad.
That's some high-level statistical analysis there, Boz. The mountain.
I may or may not have taken a very deep dive.
He's in his bag for the World Tour Final. Mhala. All righty.
We get a handshake now? I don't mind that.
I've always gotten those, boss.
Well,
welcome to my world.
It must be nice being you.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Kyle Montgomery, Boz Rosendahl with you. Pool B on and popping. The silent assassin. He will miss his first two-point attempt. It has not been Carlos Martinez's best year. 24% from long range, and he's kind of that stretch big that you need to make defenses pay when you on those kickouts. Anyway, Raphael Wilson, he got his cookies took by who else? The real deal, Dylan Travis. Mitch Hahn now in the post office. He is hacked by Martinez. So big Cinnamon up to the line. He's had his moments. That's the thing about Miami. They are one of those kind of pick your poison teams. And no shade to the real deal. He has not had his best offensive year with Miami.
No, but he's had to transition from, again, a hustler, a getting extra possessions guy, a glue guy on the first iteration of Team Miami to now being more of a scoring threat. You want to know something, though?
What's that?
First of all, Raph Wilson can score to Wilson. But
that's a fact, yes.
Lausanne actually has beaten Miami this year.
That's a shock. That was thrown back.
That was the first iteration of Miami, though. We're talking way back when in Ulaanbaatar.
But even that is a shock. But take a look at Multani, always one of the league leaders in blocks. Second in the league this year in total rebounds. Multani will get a rest, as will Mitch Hahn. M. Holla up top. He's got Trick or Trey defending. Oh, Bardsley put both hands down like 6:30 and saw M. Holla drill him. Right back at you. Air Parrott lets it fly. Martinez, no bueno. The real deal now. He will drop it off to Trick or Trey. Trick or Trey is fouled.
Both hands down like 6:30. I'm still recovering from that.
You caught that? Yeah.
I did. I'm still recovering from that.
It's a 3-2 game. That might make the top 5 list. Meantime, is Parrott. Oh, what? If he would have finished that would have been beautiful. But he's attacking. Ulaanbaatar, no. Another storyline. If you remember back a couple of years ago, Omaha 3-ball featured Malik Ulaanbaatar. He's going against his former teammates. He's probably got, mixed feelings about this. Of course, he wants to win with his team now, but these are his homies. These are his Omaha boys.
I know.
I saw him in an Omaha boy t-shirt the other day, so he's always representing. Minute and a half in, Pool B's first action from this Hong Kong World Tour final. Big Sandy out to Parrott. Parrott missed it strong right. He will track it down, saves it to the King. M. Holla, left stroke, no. Parrott recovers it, says settle down. Let's get it to the team captain. Uh-oh. Travis lost his footing there. Yep. So Miami with the highest win percentage in the league this year. They played in 5 titles in 8 events this season. And again, with 3 Masters wins. Travis gives it up to get it back. The real deal. Stroke was broke. Martinez is going to get caught being too handsy there with Trick or Trey. And Bardsley, you were saying you think is the biggest X factor for Miami.
He is. Look, I think you know what you're going to get from Mitch Hahn. He's going to shoot the rock. I know you're going to get what you know what you're going to get from Dylan Travis. He's going to be a hustler. He's going to get you extra possessions, maybe hit some shots. But this guy right here, he can go off for 6-8 points in a row. When his confidence is up, he can hit the shots from anywhere on the court.
He knocks down that deuce from the left wing. Again, the league leader. Well, second in the league. He's behind Arvin Slaughter by a couple of tenths of percentage points. 40% this year. Saw his best in Neom, where Bardsley knocked down 11 of 24. They're going to have to get a hand up on him. Good contest on M. Holla. Travis, you know what? I think Dylan needs to look for his shot a little bit more.
Does he, though, with 3 offensive players on the squad beside him?
Yeah, that was meant to happen. That was Mitch Hahn saying, nah, boys. Let him do what he does and let us do what we do. 6-4, Hahn. And that's back-to-back twos for Big Cinnamon in an 8-4 lead.
This is what makes this Team Miami so good. They can go off again for a couple of twos in a row. 3 of them now. Bardsley 1, Hahn 2.
So ex-teammates collide midair, Parrott and Hlujuwecki. Parrott is whistled for the foul. Hlujuwecki at the line. But you're right, that ability to knock down the 2, which has changed the game of 3x3. It used to be more of a 1-point scoring game, featured the bigs a lot more, but
yeah, not so much anymore. And I think what makes this Team Miami, this iteration of Team Miami special, is not only can they shoot, they'll shoot it early in the shot clock, and if they miss one, it doesn't affect their momentum as much.
Travis leaves his feet. Parrott, he had to force that one up late in the shot clock. Travis now charged with stopping Hlujuwecki. Inside, outside, deep 2, yes, sir. A swish for Wireless Wilson. 8-7 game. Trigger Trey operating from the left wing. He'll step back, let it go, and missed it wide left. Quick clear from Lausanne. They want to feed it to Wilson. He's got the advantage here against the smaller Bardsley.
Yeah, smart use of a foul here by Bardsley, who was caught in the blender, and he's already given up some size. Decides to put Lausanne back on top with a fresh 12 after that foul.
4 fouls apiece. Lausanne and Miami. 2 teams with, again, kind of odd journeys. The fact that Miami had to change their team mid-season, and the fact that Lausanne started off as really a top 3 team in the league. They were, again, back-to-back finals and looked like they were going to have their best year yet, and just kind of saw the train come off the track. Wilson unselfish, the king with the throwdown. Oh, he don't do it like that. And Parrott needs to chill. Whoa. Oh, no. 9-8. Montigny scores it. Oh.
What a sequence, though. First, the King gets a dunk. Look at this. Contested by Parrott. And then Parrott picks up the Wilson.
You know what they say?
This.
Payback is a
That might be the dunk of the year.
That's going to be up there, man. 11-9. We'll settle back in now as Montigny will score it on the inside. We got an 11-10 game. We got a 2-point lead now for Miami. This is what you want to see at the World Tour final stage. Parrott, by the way, is like 34 years old, and he's still bouncing like that. Noah Lazarus over there still laughing. Anyway, 13-10. It's only worth 1 point. Martinez, little soft kiss off the glass. Down to a 1-possession game. Parrott with the ball fake. Can't get the score. Inside feed. Wilson has it batted. Gets it back and will score. Good game going here. I don't think this will go the distance. Very likely to see one of these teams get to 21 points. Sharon is caring. Beautiful find there from Parrott. He's really showing his whole repertoire of his game.
He's shooting from the outside, driving inside. He's passing as well. But I want to give credits to Team Lausanne. They've actually stifled Team Miami's run a couple of times already in this game and have come back and stick close.
They've shown some excellent resolve, to be honest. There were times where it looked like Miami might run away with this game. And Bardsley gets called for the shove on the baseline. 4:45 officially on the game clock.
14-12.
Pool play game number 2. The voice in the mountain rocking with you. Slick fag, but it is swatted from Air Parent.
He talked about his offense, but he's been contesting shots left and right. That might be his 3rd block of the game already.
He will protect his territory. And again, that full repertoire of James Parrott. Athleticism above the rim, defense, shooting, passing. Sets up trigger Trey. Nope. Bardsley, though, will get another look, and you know that's straight cash. Straight cash.
You don't want to give him a second look. Again, a great shooter. Not a good shooter, a great shooter. He misses the first, gets the rebound, pass fake to get everybody off of him, and then splashes it down.
Official Yasmina Udoris is going to get Montigny and Hahn behaving properly. Get them separated, a clean check, and back to the action we go. Martinez, Hezzy, takes it right at the chest of Travis and goes off the square for the score. We got a 3-point game. Martinez has been aggressive.
That's what they need.
Not settling for that 2 anymore. Now he's using that 6'6", 6'7" frame and getting to the rim. Bardsley. Big Sandy. Parrott. Uh-oh. Nearly threw it away. Instead, it's Hahn. Trigger Trey. Oh. One steal deserves another. Both teams turn it over. It's in Wireless's hands. Wilson, no. Hahn and Martinez battling for that rebound. Time for a media timeout in this one.
I'm thinking about Martinez and now the kind of the upsurge of Spanish teams we've been seeing this year, because he's kind of the front runner from that basketball country of Spain in this game at 3x3, right? Not giving no credits to, you know, Nacho Martin, who was early there, the Malaga squad, but I think he's one of the front runners. And now there's more tournaments being organized there as well. Under the Rim is organizing the Lanzarote Challenger, and I think next year they might have a second location as well.
Just think about the wealth of talent they have in Spain. We know Spain to be a basketball country. And that's a foul on Montigny. That is the 7th on Lausanne. That puts Travis on the line. Dylan Travis, the Olympian, and the lone carryover from Miami's original team, has played in the most events this year on his team at 8. He misses at the free throw line. 3 points in this game. Travis, second is good. Miami's lead, a 2-possession advantage, 17-13. 3.5 to play. Los, no. Ulaanbaatar get in there mixing things up. He draws the foul. Ulaanbaatar in 6 events played this year, 5 points per game, 68% from the free throw line. I think with Ulaanbaatar is he's a little bit streaky in terms of his shooting beyond the arc, just 18% from Tulane this year, but he's one of those dudes that with ball in hand, he can penetrate, break down the defense, and create opportunities.
And actually, he's changed his role, because with Omaha, he was used as a screener mainly.
Parrott, no good. Montigny. Oh, I think Martinez dribbled that off his own foot. But this is the intensity that you would expect here at the World Tour Final. $60,000 US, the grand prize to the winner. After 2 days of action, this is day 1, game 2. Hahn. He steps back. He will get the shooter's roll. Ulaanbaatar has been going to work, but Miami need 2 points. And they only score points in 2s. See what I mean? No need for a double take after he took the double. Trigger Trey, Miami, 21-16 over Lausanne. Another look at Trigger Trey from the logo. Yep. Come in. What a win. Hard for Lausanne to keep up with that firepower for an entire game with Miami.
They stuck with him for a long time and actually played great defense on the outside. Besides that run of 3 2s in a row early in the game. But down the stretch, fatigue may come into effect, and that's when you leave the shooters more open. And Miami don't need a lot of room.
Mitch Hahn shot it great. Trigger Trey Bardsley obviously lit it up. James Parrott was unbelievable. And Dylan Travis put in, I think, 4 points in that game. That type of balance on this Miami team, it's going to be trouble, trouble.
Look, both leaders for the pools, Oob and Miami, actually showing out.
2 games in the books in the day so far. Pool C is next on deck. We got Amsterdam and Ulaanbaatar coming your way from Hong Kong. Oh!
Yes, that's you. 我嚟緊呢，將會係第4場嘅比賽 ，Pool One D1 嘅比賽。Oh, you got a basketball. What's up? Show me that Wilson basketball. Hey, let me see your ball. Hold it up. 嚟緊係小組賽第3場啊 ，Pool One C1，阿姆斯特丹對住烏蘭巴托。Oh, what's up, DJ Last? Making it last. Official DJ Tokyo 2020 Olympics, as well as Paris 2024 Olympics. Best 3x3 DJ in the world. And coming up next, our main draw, Game 3. Once again, total of 12 games on the slate today. And more than just that, we got entertainment, we got prizes, and we got an action-packed opening ceremony happening later tonight as well, too. So stay tuned, y'all.
Welcome to the World Tour.
And for our main draw, Game 3, we got Team Amsterdam.
Let the games continue with Pool C action now. Amsterdam and Ulaanbaatar, MMC Energy The Dutch against the Mongolians. Take a look at that record for Amsterdam this year. 37 wins, 17 losses, winning nearly 70% of their games. It has been a decidedly different year for Ulaanbaatar NMC Energy as they find themselves here on the biggest stage, but have not won a World Tour Masters this season. And were more competitive at the beginning of the year than at the latter portion. More on them in a bit, but first we'll get you introduced or reintroduced to Brian Alberts, Medieval, hoping to lead Amsterdam to a new era where they can actually win the World Tour final title. They were runners-up in 2023. And the rest of the players you see enter the court, put some respect on their name. They are all Olympic champions in 2024. Jan Driesen, Arvin Slaughter, the floor general of this Dutch team. And the leading scorer, none other than height worthy, De Jong, coming out last. Slaughter, by the way, the league leader in two-point percentage this year. He certainly increased that percentage in Shenzhen last week, but there's Worthy with his signature thing. What does that mean? He's taking something off the ground and putting it under his jersey.
No clue.
I know he stands on business. I do know
just
that.
Have a sense for the court. I don't know. But look, you're talking about the 70% wins for Amsterdam. Actually, this lineup has won 89% of their games.
That's incredible.
They have the toughest strength of schedule of all the teams in the field here. Out of 9 games played for these 4 guys, 8 of them have come against teams in this field.
That's impressive. That's impressive. So, look, they've earned their stripes. And they are worthy of all the hype that has come with Amsterdam. They are winners, again, runners-up at the World Tour final last year. They just need to get over that final hump, and you feel like that final hump is either going to be Ub or Miami for them. Not to discount Ulaanbaatar. We'll see if they can pull off an upset. If they can dictate the pace of the game, oftentimes we like their chances when they're able to be the aggressors and dictate the pace of the game.
Ulaanbaatar has been able to dictate the pace of the game, but that's been in a different lineup than this one. That's when they play with Sok and Doogie and no Steve Sir. But Steve Sir, they're not as good defensively, and they gain a 31% two-point shooter, obviously. But even with that, they're still only 25.7% from 2 with these 4 guys on the court. Look, Dabasambu has been good this year. He's missed some open layups, but he's been with Barac. He has the most makes from 1 points. So yes. I think if they want to make this a game, they got to guard the two-point arc. This team, Amsterdam, a very good shooting unit. Ulaanbaatar, if they want to make it a game, they want to stifle them and make it a one-point contest.
Well, Ulaanbaatar certainly are the more physical of the two teams. I'm curious to see how they defend the guard play, because Sir is going to have to check Alberts at some points, Worthy at some points. I think Amsterdam's quickness is going to cause Ulaanbaatar issues. We'll see. Here's a look at Amsterdam by the numbers. 2 Masters won this year. Their most recent coming in Abu Dhabi, where we saw the fireworks from Brian Alberts and Worthy De Jong combining for 14 points and better than 40% from long range. There's the horseman, Dogun Inkbot, getting warmed up. He and Dabasambu both averaging about 5 points per game this year. Their World Tour record, 11-19. And their total record, 28-25, when you also include the challenger phase as well. So there is the Bull, and again, he's made the most one-point shots in the league, along with Nanat Naranjic, or was it Barac? And he and Iqbal have been the Renaissance men for this Mongolian team. They played in all 32 games this season, 12 events.
Most events out of anybody.
So they've been active. 10th place in the regular season standings. And again, back in the World Tour final for another year, second straight year. They do have some things they got to clean up. 7.3 fouls per game is one of them.
I know where you're going next.
Turnovers.
Exactly.
Nearly 6 a game.
But again, speaking on this lineup, these specific 4 players, they're only at 4.
4's still not the best.
No.
But it ain't 6. You're right.
It's about average.
We'll see what they do. Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy start with the rock. We got an early whistle against Amsterdam. They had Martin Balkanek. Shout out to him. He was hooping for this Amsterdam team in Brian Albert's absence. But he's back now. And I don't think they're going to miss a beat. Amsterdam finished 5th in the tour standings, winning in Ulaanbaatar and Abu Dhabi, a 25-10 record this year. Steve Sirs told no, sir. Great defense on the inside. Worthy on the attack. The cat-like quickness on full display from Height Worthy. And there's the Vasambu. Easy work, using that frame, screen, slip to the bucket. That's what he does best. Now the Bull, defending, Sir switching. Worthy skipping through. Whistle before. Oh no, did he get hit with a travel there?
I believe it's a foul.
Yes, a foul.
Something to keep an eye out on this game, though, is Jan Driessen actually tweaked his ankle earlier this week in practice. The last practice before this tournament.
Worthy with the chips, finishes with the lay, and Amsterdam lead it by 1. Worthy with Masters MVPs in both of their tournament wins this year. More on his numbers in a bit. Right now, he's getting rest, as is Steve the Sheriff. Sir Igbot. The rainbow attempt from long range is a no-go. Medieval trying to get loose. Alberts from 15 feet. Hex no. 4 fouls on Amsterdam early. We're just over 60 seconds into this game. They got 4 fouls. That is not very Amsterdam-like.
I think they're trying to match the physicality for Ulaanbaatar, and referees are onto him.
Well, they're playing into Ulaanbaatar's hands in that case, as the Inkbot will take it right at the chest of Arvin Slaughter. That is not an easy task. But look at Inkbot with a crossover, drops the shoulder, and creates some space at the rim and scored over Slaughter in a 2-2 game. Height Worthy, guarded by Marco Dugosia. Doogie got jab stepped. And Worthy to the cup, but he'll miss it. Davasambu with the rebound. A win for Ulaanbaatar here will really shake this group up. As Dugosia gets in, he's defended well. BA. Alberts making his move. Cross court, Worthy with 4 to shoot. He's going to let it fly right now. Big rebound from Driessen. Medieval from long range this time. Alberts knocks it down. Last time we saw him in Abu Dhabi, he hit 44% from long range, 13 of 30.
Yeah, and I think we've been talking about his offensive game, but what has impressed me most from the start of the season until now is his improvement on defense. This group is the stingiest out of all the teams here when it comes to lineups, just allowing over 15 points per game. And he's been a big reason why, right? Yeah. Again, beginning of the year, not as confident both on offense and on defense. He'd give up some shots. Now he's been physical with teams. Like, he just kept the Bull from scoring underneath the basket.
Yeah, I want to see more of Alberts. He's played in 4 events this year, 6 points a game. The Olympic champion Jan Driessen at the line. And he will not land it. Inkbot does not hesitate, but the stroke was not stroking. Worthy sent somebody come and get it. Slaughter has not put up a 2 yet. Is it time? Yes, it is. Maybe it shouldn't have been. Air ball, touches nothing. Don't see that often from Arvin Slaughter. A 40% 2-point shooter this season. Now going to be a turnover over to Ulaanbaatar as the Sheriff starts it to the elbow with the Bull. Sir gets it off, and Driessen called for that foul. Up steps the player coach. 3x3 veteran, maybe the greatest shooter. Certainly the greatest shooting competition player.
That's for sure, yeah.
He's got more titles than anybody. But when you talk about shooters, you mentioned Steve Serve along with Dejan Majstorovic first. Serve good at the stripe. But Amsterdam are going to answer right back in a 5-3 game. 3 minutes in. Pool C action. The voice of 3x3 and the Mountain. Here with you. Got another whistle here.
6 foul on Amsterdam. Again, they're trying to match the physicality for this Ulaanbaatar squad, but doing it with their hands.
Got to sharpen up defensively. And Dogun with an air ball there. Sir not happy about it. If you're Ulaanbaatar, those are the looks that you got to take advantage of. So far, they have not. Worthy has been active. But Ulaanbaatar have been aggressive and been physical and gotten this Dutch team in some foul trouble. We'll see if the Mongolians can use that to their advantage as we get back to the action.
Look, Ulaanbaatar has at least done what they've set out to do, is slow down the game and make it mostly a one-point contest. 1-2 down for Amsterdam from BA.
No bucket, whistle before. That one against the men in black. Ulaanbaatar a 4. Back comes Alberts to get his team reset. Alberts catch, shoot. That J is smoother than Floetry. All you got to do is say yes, boss.
Wow.
7-3. Turn around off the window. Dogun. Doogie getting fancy with it. Behind the back, move to the crib. One possession game, Alberts. Let the man cook. They trip him up. Alberts, who played 3 seasons at Gonzaga, averaged 11 points per game his junior season, 10 a game his senior season, alongside now Laker Rui Hachimura. And still very good friends. He's set up on the right wing. Height, driving right. Up fake. Falling away. Cannot hit the bucket. That'll be yellow ball, though.
0.5 on the shot clock. Doesn't leave a lot of time to get a shot up.
No, but if anybody can get one up here, is Worthy. He is creative. Oh, wait. I'm seeing a fresh 12 now.
Oh, it did hit the rim. You're right.
Oh, they're going to get it corrected. And our official will decide just how much time should be left. And it'll be less than a second, so I think it'll be 0.7. They got 2/10 more. I don't know if that's enough time for Worthy to get this up. Oh, he did. Oh, and nearly got it to go, but it came up a little bit shy. Dugosia, he didn't clear it. So that would not have been a score anyway.
Yeah, but now they get a new possession, though.
Because of
the kickball?
Yeah. So kind of an odd turn of events. Ulaanbaatar was about to get called for a violation for not clearing, and a foot ends up on that ball. The Sheriff. Dugosia. Oh, not on the same page. They'll turn it back over to Amsterdam. Possession, Amsterdam. Slaughter had some time to shoot it. Does his dance and hit all glass on that.
Yeah, again, credits to Ulaanbaatar's defense in this game. They've been able to keep him away from his normal shots.
Slaughter went off in Shenzhen. He had a 13-point game. That's more Arvid Slaughter-like. He will knock that down. 9-5 contest. Finally got the type of look that he wanted. And there he is, Arvid Slaughter. He was 9 of 18 from long range in Shenzhen. Scored 13 points against Kanchanaburi.
The fact that you can get that name out in one try is a miracle.
I had plenty of practice last week. I think without a doubt his highest scoring game in his career on the World Tours. Davasambu will go up to the line. And his first of 2 is no good. Davasambu will get his second attempt here. That 7th foul put Amsterdam in the penalty.
9-6.
So Amsterdam, the best 2-point shooting team in the league, 35%. Ulaanbaatar, one of the worst at 25%. Dugosia nearly did it again. Iqbal got to get to work quickly. Man, he had some magic on that.
That was a double clutch layup.
It was a windmill layup. Albert's inside. Dreesen. He will go to the fadeaway. I'd like to see Big Drizzy attack the rim. I don't know if he's got the touch for that fader. Iqbal. Couple of fakes. No makes. Dreesen. Over to Slaughter. He'll make the move, but Iqbal pestering him. Drizzy from deep. Back iron. No money. Approaching 4 minutes to go. 9-7 game. Amsterdam have not been able to get away from Ulaanbaatar. Iqbal. Ooh. They locked it into Drizzy. He finds an open shooter. Medieval 2-piece, no biscuit.
That's what makes this Amsterdam team so dangerous. They have been shooting the lights out this year. A major improvement from the last few seasons.
Oh my goodness, Iqbal taking the Vegas, Macau, somewhere where gambling is legal because he got the touch. 11-9. Iqbal trying to force his way inside. Too strong. Davasambu recovers and scores. Slaughter chased off the 2-point line. Iqbal is going to whistle for the foul. And media timeout time in this one. 3:21 to go, and yet a 1-point game. Amsterdam, one of the higher scoring teams in the league, second behind Ub, again at 19.5 a game. They are well off pace. Credit the Ulaanbaatar defense for, I guess, kind of locking them down a little bit.
Definitely, they've gotten Amsterdam away from the speed and the pace that they usually play with. They haven't been able to go a second or third screen. It's usually only one action, and then a deflection or something else will break it up. So, Ulaanbaatar, a good game plan once again.
There 11-10. Back to it from Hong Kong. De Jong. Jab step is left alone for just a second. He left it short. Offensive rebound, though, will give Amsterdam another chance. Worthy messing around with the bull. Couldn't lay it on him. Does get it back and makes good on the second chance opportunity. Now Davasambu taking the scenic route to the crib. 12-11. BA getting bottled up. He's been the catalyst. Dreesen had Doug Gunn searching.
Looked like he was going to spin and then spun back.
What a move there from Drizzy. The sheriff misfires. And then they send Dreesen to the floor. That is the 7th now on Ulaanbaatar. They've joined Amsterdam in the penalty. It could come down to a free throw contest the rest of the way. 2:32 to go. Dreesen, not exactly his strong suit at the line. Let's see what he does here. And true to form, Dreesen will miss it at the free throw line. He's 38% on the year. 50% on that trip. Makes it a 3-point game. 14-11. Worthy and Doogie. Couple players with some quick hands. Dugosia, that's good sportsmanship. They were about to award that possession to Ulaanbaatar. Worthy says, no, come on, that's yellow ball. And Doogie says, yeah, he's right. Oh,
and they're still giving it.
He still didn't get it. Never mind. Doogie admitted it. Sir, no. Inkbot, drive, kick, Sir. Gave BA a fake. Didn't knock it down. Worthy does his dance. The 2 does not land. Under 2 minutes to go. Sir drops it off. Great look there from Dugosia. The extra pass. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. The Sheriff blazes one. It's a 1-point game. Worthy behind the back. Puts it up with the left, the teardrop.
Worthy's creativeness is off this world, but I don't think they wanted that.
Yeah,
scored for the other team.
Kick ball called on Worthy. So it'll be black ball as he's dribbling here. You see his foot makes contact with the Wilson. All of a sudden, Ulaanbaatar, they have life. I don't know if it's ever been gone. They've never been able to, Amsterdam haven't been able to extinguish the hopes of the Mongolians, who are trailing by 1 with $1:28 to go.
And again, this is the type of game that Ulaanbaatar wants. They want to stick close. They want to make it a possession game, make sure they can get by with 1-point shots, trickle in some 2s every now and then, and that's what worked out here for them. They're looking at a 1-point deficit with the last 1 minute and 28 seconds on the clock.
This is 3x3. You never know what's going to happen when you step between the lines in a 10-minute sprint. I said at the top of the show, throw the records out of the window. Throw the Masters titles out of the window, the head-to-heads out of the window. On the biggest stage, what are you going to do in 10 minutes? We'll find it out right now. Amsterdam in front. But Ulaanbaatar picking up some steam. Sir, to the corner. Down to the postal office. And that package is rejected. Dreesen with the D. Where's the O at now? Oh, Inkbot, that is not a good foul at all.
Nah, that's not the person you want to put in the free throw line either. Arvin usually very secure, but look at the length of Dreesen. Stifling the attempt for the bull there.
Slaughter 71% at the line this year. 39 years young. Still getting the job done. He will splash it. No problem.
Arvin might be one of the most underrated players in all of 3x3. Not only is he a leader on the court, he makes sure everybody's comfortable. He makes sure everybody follows the rules, the system that this team Amsterdam has in place, and comes through in the clutch with some big shots.
He's been a constant on an ever-changing Amsterdam team. Couple of crossovers from Dogun. How did he fit that pass in there? Mind-boggling. And after the Bull mishandled it, he was able to score it. We're under a minute to play in this one now. There is Slaughter, the betrayal. In and out. Sir, inside. Davasambu, yes. Ulaanbaatar refused to leave.
Playing volleyball, 17, 16, 36.6.
Not that we're shocked, because we know how hard they fight. You remember back to the Olympic qualifying tournament. I know how heartbreaking that was for Mongolia.
Yeah.
But the way that they played after losing Aryan Bowl, you know, being kicked out of the tournament, and I mean, just coming within an inch of advancing to the Olympics, it was crazy.
Man, they're warriors, man, and I got to give credit to them. Once again, I've been giving them credit all game. It's been one of those days.
Well, they deserve it.
But look, their game plan on the defensive end over the last few tournaments that I've seen them has been very, very solid. They make sure teams don't get loose for a lot of twos and then make it a game of one-pointers.
They like their chances in a contest like that, and that is what this contest has been. 36 seconds left. Amsterdam with the ball. Both teams in the penalty. Big Drizzy with the Wilson. Here's Worthy. Over to Alberts. Missed it bad. Shot clock violation. So they'll check it up top of the key. Substitution is made. Dabasambu's out. The Sheriff is in. They do have a World Tour final winner on this team. That is Marco Dugosia from the Zamoon team in 17. Oh, they leave Dogun all alone. We got a tie game with 15 seconds left. Alberts to Worthy. Worthy with the teardrop. No. Rebound goes to Sir. He's got 2 to shoot. The Sheriff says game over. Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater from the Sheriff, Steve Sir. Incredible finish to start Pool C's action. The Sheriff turns into a bandit, an outlaw indeed. Pulls out his 2-shooter and puts him to bed.
The clock awareness on that play by Sir was incredible. He looked at the clock, made sure he had enough time for a fake. He knew Lisa was going to bite because he was one of the best shooters in 3x3. Got enough space to get a shot off. Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater, and Ulaanbaatar gets this game. That's going to shake up pool play.
We diagnosed the storyline coming into it. We said that if they controlled the tempo, if they made it a one-point scoring game, if they made it a physical game, which we saw a lot of fouls, they would have a good chance. And that was a stylistic win. That was their style imposing their will over Amsterdam's. And credit to Ulaanbaatar for getting that victory. 19-17, a thriller full of drama. Steve Sir delivering the final shot, the kill shot, if you will. Wow. World Tour final is on and popping, y'all, from Hong Kong. We got Paris and Princeton coming up next in just a few minutes. So enjoy the rest of the highlights. Again, a 2-point W for Ulaanbaatar, who refused to lose. How about some Paris and Princeton? The French against the Americans. For this Pool D action set to get underway from Hong Kong. We just had a thriller. Ulaanbaatar shocking Amsterdam in that Pool C opener. Now Paris, who are no strangers to getting to finals this year, will try to get to another one to begin their campaign with a win here. They welcome that man back, Jules Rambo. The big man in the middle was not available for the Shenzhen Masters. He comes back now and gives him that size and rim protection.
And a bouncing mullet.
And the mullet. The mullet has returned. Paul Joko. Piece up, A-Town down. That's what that, where I'm from, that's what that means.
I'm not sure what it means in France.
We're going to have to figure that out. He comes out next. Paris with a 23-12 record. There's the boss, Hugo Suhard. How good has he been this year? Tied for the most buzzer beaters. So he's that ice water in the veins, straight killer. And speaking of killers, it's Frank Segala, team's leading scorer. 8th in the tour standings this year. 6 final appearances and 8 Masters, including last weekend in Shenzhen. They finished runners-up. That has been the storyline for Paris this year, getting to all those finals and finishing runners-up. Princeton, they came out of the qualifying draw with some fireworks themselves yesterday. It was Damon Huffman with the game winner against Ulaanbaatar. But out first is Tyrone Nash. Austin Butler, an uptick in his game in the last couple of weeks. Aggressive, getting to the rim, scoring at a 6-point per game rate. And the seasoned one, Damon Huffman. What a shot against Ulaanbaatar yesterday. 40% from 2 range this year. 39 years old. And not playing a day over 25. Last but not least, it's Henry Caruso. The Caruso completes the Princeton roster. They are the bubble team, the 12 seed. Trying to create a Cinderella story against the French, who have had a storybook kind of year. Silver medal at the Olympics for France. Frank Segala, Jules Rambo, and Suhard. No, Suhard wasn't on that team. My memory fails me sometimes. My bad.
That's all right. Look, what strikes me about this team, Paris, look, they've gotten to all these finals. They performed very, very well this year. Their point differential with these 4 guys on the court has only been 1.2, in the sense that they have won their games on average with 1.2 points more than the other team did. Scored, I mean. So this team knows how to win close games. They are always in a close game. They're always right there. They never win with 7, 8, 9 points. Not that often anyways. And I think that's due to the fact that they have played a lot of the top teams in those runs that they have had.
Well, this is the roster that's built for success. We talk about defensive teams. Paris have been one of the front runners in terms of how they will lock you up. And Paul Joko, again, making his claim for Defensive Player of the Year. Princeton, though, they're one of these teams, though, man. They play with so much grit, so much effort, just kind of like what we saw from Ulaanbaatar in the previous game. The door's never closed on a team like that. So they're going to bring that fight to Paris here and now and see if it translates in a win. Princeton with limited action on the World Tour this year. 7-9 record on the World Tour, but they were active on the pro circuit. Average just under 18 points a game and allow 18 per. So kind of a middling team if you look at the numbers, but it's the things that you can't quantify with numbers. That is heart, that is effort, that is belief, and that's what Princeton bring into the main draw out of the QD. Pool D action in front of you. Kyle Montgomery, a.k.a. The Voice, in your ear with Boz Rosendahl, a.k.a. The Mountain. Inside, it is Tyrone Nash. Nice start for him to see him aggressive. And the quick hands. Gangsta slapped it as Rambo heaves it from the corner. Is no good.
Look, I will give you some numbers. I think this is going to be a battle of the boards. Princeton, a very good rebounding team. On average in the World Tour this year at 15. With this lineup, they're even at 17. Paris, not a good rebounding team, surprisingly. With these four on the court, 11 rebounds per game. That's a huge difference.
Keep an eye on the battle of the boards. Like Boz said, Princeton 4th in the league at 15.4 a game. Look at the defense. Huffman with the save. Butler inside. Nash smartly gets out of the paint. 7 seconds to work with. The wily veteran inside. Nash got to convert those. A little bit overzealous on that attempt. Segala gets a look straight on 2 ball, rolls out, but we got a whistle.
So landing space violation there. Didn't let the shooter land.
I saw the signal, yes. Got to protect the shooters. We don't want to see any ankles twisted or in worst case scenario broken, but we've seen that before. That's why that whistle comes. Segala knocks down the free throw, first of 2.
I'm curious to see if those 2 games yesterday are going to affect Princeton positively or negatively. I think it's a nice warm-up, actually, mentally and physically.
Well, there was some mental and physical attrition. It took everything they had to win that game against Ulaanbaatar. Butler, he hits the deck, and so does Rambo. We're going to see who's the guilty party in that one. I believe it was Butler called for the offensive foul, yet it'll be Paris ball. Paris with the 2nd highest 2-point percentage in the league this year, with teams with 100 or more attempts behind Amsterdam, 33%. They will attack on the inside this time, and it's Segala with Lele to put Princeton up 3-1. Caruso forces one up. That should be an interesting battle between he and Joko, both supreme athletes.
Yeah, and I think that is going to be the matchup we'll see. This is the bread and butter for Paris. The pick and roll game, an option to try to see if they can get a lob for Rambo. This time it was Segala finishing the layup.
Got a whistle here. 3rd on Princeton. Princeton, who played in 5 title games on the Challenger circuit this year. They won 2. One in Huishan as we see the ball snail one from Tulane. And the most recent, the Day King Challenger, that's really what secured their 12 seed, that Day King Challenger win.
Another foul here on Princeton on the rebound attempt there where, Caruso stuck out his forearm, hit Joko on the neck.
That's why you look at this 5-1 lead for Paris with a little bit more credence. Make that 6-1. He didn't forget to flush. Butler, spin move. He took a shot in the nose. He goes down quickly. There's Butler setting up Rambo with the spin move. You can see the contact right there.
Yeah, that's right in the teeth.
So Butler has played some spot duty for this Princeton team this year. And saved his best for last. Really playing his best 3x3 as he will miss the free throw. I was talking too good about him. 6-1 start for Paris. Princeton looking maybe a little fatigued here early, first 2 minutes from that qualifying draw action. And Caruso, the tough man, Huffman on the drive, and he will settle his team in with a reverse layup.
And hits the reverse through the cylinder.
There he go. Hugo. Oh, is that don't qualify as a putback dunk? That was going there in anyway, right?
Wow. I'm just confused. I think Segela was looking down on the rim. Look at this.
Man, he was floating. Segela taking off. And I guess putting that back in. Looked like it was going. 7-2 Nash. Caruso inside, sneaks past Segela.
7-3. Takes it. Joko.
Now Joko pulls back, lets the two fly. Too hard.
Teams will let him shoot, but he is a 30% shooter from 2 on the season.
Yeah, I was going to say, sneakily, you can't leave him open.
7-4.
That 2 no good from Segela, recovered by Nash. He fakes the handoff. Tyrone. 2-point game.
Big body frame. 7-5, 1 possession ball game. Joko going loco.
Joko, no. He had a nice move on the inside. But it's Princeton who end up with the Wilson. The step back. He said, where you going? Ain't nothing over there. Austin Butler. He had Segela dazed and confused. Just put the brakes on and broke him off in a 7-7 game.
Look, Princeton, after getting down early, has fought themselves all the way back into this game. The only thing that is not tied is the fouls. Let's see if that comes into effect, but I like the defense that they played in the last minute or so. This was early in the game where they left Suhard open. That's not smart.
And the Rambo finish. There's that put back, sort of, from Segela. Up to Suhard. Uses the screen. Nash trying to stay in front of Hugo. Hugo wanted some space. Got it, but doesn't get the shot to go. It's like Caruso crashes into Rambo's mullet. And he goes down. Look at this.
There's a lot of physicality on the plate before that.
Huffman got a piece of that, too. The effort is there.
It's tough not to hit the mullet, though. That thing's hitting head, shoulders, everything.
You would think that give him more cushion, though, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's Princeton's ball. Fresh 12 to work with. Caruso saying, come get it. Butler does just that. Butler, have a seat, Hugo. 8-7. Oh, that jab step was devastating. So Segela will draw the foul, but look at that jab step.
You just tried to look for contact and fell.
We got some top 5 plays working today. Day 1 of the 2024 World Tour Final from Hong Kong. 4th game of 12 on this opening day. Top 2 from each group advance. You know the rules. You know the deal. Segela at the line. We're all even. 8 up. Segela getting handsy with it. Nash saves it. Huffman hit that one from Nevada. Just inside the half-court line. Huffman gives Princeton a 2-point lead. The floater, no. Huff snags the rebound. Dime time. Nash with the smash. Segela back to Suhard. Suhard has him. He gets rid of Huffman, turns around and fires. He'll have to reload as they have the offensive rebound. Paris getting reset. Hugo using the screen. Suhard skips it to the corner. Joko off the iron.
Again, they're they're giving him some space to shoot. They're playing help side defense off of him.
No hesitation, just hydration. Water from Caruso.
5-point lead now for Princeton.
Oh, Segela, bully ball. Oh, a technical foul called on Huffman. He was flopping. Official Ura says he was flopping.
That was because he, on the play before, he also fell down on that Suhard take. But the score don't count.
Okay, no bucket, but technical free throw attempt for Frank Segela.
No more fouls to give. One shot here, Frank Segela was against silver medalist Paris 2024.
Something to keep a lookout with this Paris team. They're a very good two-point shooting squad. But with these four guys on the court, they're only at 52.3% inside the arc. That's not high. Average is right around like 65.
Yeah, you want to be around 65 and about 30 from two range. Meantime, Joko across did not lose the defender at all.
Caruso careens the rebound.
Butler chased down by Rambo and hacked.
On the floor.
Third on Paris. They are trailing this thing by 4. Princeton have not tried to make this a shootout. Obviously, with a Paris team that can knock them down.
Yeah, but I've liked the grit this Princeton team's played with. Look, they started the game off slow, but they have been fighting clawing their way up to a lead. And there's another foul on Paris, an offensive foul on Rambo.
So they're up to 4 now. We're under 4 minutes to play, so it's time for a media timeout. You expect games at this stage, pretty much all of them to be close. Although we started the day with a blowout, Oob over Liman. That was crazy.
That was a blowout. But look, I think what Princeton's doing here is the same thing Ulaanbaatar did in the last game that we saw. They have gotten the pace to where they like it. Paris usually speeds the game up a little bit. They get deliberate with their actions, but they run those actions very fast. Princeton's been playing them physical, but that's gotten Paris away from what they're good at. The pick and roll with Suhard and Rambo, we haven't seen that too much, and that's usually the centerpiece of their offense.
I get it. I see it. Huffman. Uh-oh. Travel. Drug the pivot foot. That's something that Princeton actually do well, is take care of the ball. They average about 3.22 turnovers per game, which is amongst the best in the league. That turns into points for Paris. Huffman in the corner. He uses the screen. Huffman cleared to fire. Blau, 15-10. Suhard trying to answer with his own two. That's no good.
Paris is having trouble with the drop coverage there that Princeton's playing. Suhard ran off the two-point line, lost Huffman even, but then got so confused that he couldn't get a good shot up.
Well, Huffman makes good on his open look. Again, he's been a 40% two-point shooter this year. Doesn't turn the ball over. And is the heart and soul of this Princeton team. They lead by 5 with 3 minutes to go. Swung right. Joko to Segela. Gela inside. Rambo. Magnifique. Good look. Nice action. Paris make easy work on that possession. That's not exactly in Caruso's repertoire. The hook shot.
That was Caruso Abdul-Jabbar, but not exactly like Kareem used to do it.
No, needs a little bit of work. In any case, timeout on the floor, 2:45 to go.
We're looking at what could be our second upset of the day if you go by standing. Again, Princeton, that drop coverage is so tough to play against because you'll see a lot of teams in 3x3 still switch all the screens or play a late switch, an X cross out, as you call that. And this Princeton squad is doing things differently on defense. And I talked about it yesterday. It's one of those things that has changed the game of 3x3 for me, and it's Damon Huffman at the centerpiece of that.
Yeah, got to tip the cap to Damon Huffman, who's playing for a World Tour final title. He's a world champion as well in 2019. Certainly the most accomplished of the American players. He's on this team. You remember that squad back then, 19, with Robbie Hummel and Kareem Maddox and Craig Moore.
Is Craig Moore on that World Cup team?
No, he wasn't on that World Cup team. He was on that World Tour final team.
You're right.
It was Canyon Barry on that World Cup team. So 15-11. 2:41 to go. Segala, yes. Can get Paris within a possession with a made free throw here. Second free throw. No. Butler. All he does is drive.
That's a great take.
He's strong too, man. Inside, and Nash. Light work.
Another technical, this time for delay of game.
I think Nash was defended in the restricted area after the made bucket. So here's the Butler make. And Nash. Wrong place, wrong time.
Apparently so.
Anyway, it's Hugo Suhard will shoot the free throw. And that is good money. Possession over to Partizan. Suhard. Got to decide to do something. That's not typically a bad idea. Rambo skies in for the rebound, finds himself in a tussle with Nash. That is as good as a steal. Jump ball goes to the defense, so Princeton will get the rock back. That's a heady play there from Tyrone Nash.
Good hands by Big Nasty.
Yeah, and you see Zaire Carrington trying to give his team, his guys, some energy. Oh, Butler getting tricky with it, but he smoked the layup. Oh, Butler. Wow, they're going to show the replay. That ain't even right. You know how precious possessions are, especially when you get a wide open layup in this game.
That and the fact that Princeton just could have taken a 5-point lead, and that is it's steep. This is that's a 3-possession lead instead of a 2-possession lead.
And again, if you didn't know, Princeton had to come out of the qualifying draw, which started yesterday, to make it to the main draw. So technically, if they win this, they'd be 3-0. Take a closer look to see who that ball actually went out on.
Well, from this angle, it looks like Segala's foot might be on the line, but it's very far away. We're looking at the images that the referee sees as well. And again, evidence has to be clear.
100% decisive.
And it's not.
So the challenge is lost. If the footage is deemed unclear, the call on the floor stands. But that challenge actually was lost. Still a 4-point game. Paris would love to see Hugo Suhard hit a 2. Or that works too. He gets the score to give and go. Buck 40 left. Butler now pulls up mid-range. Nets.
It's a huge shot over Joko as well. It's one of the better defenders in all 3x3.
Hey, Austin Butler been cooking. Started in Shenzhen. It's carrying over in Hong Kong. Butler, offensive foul. He's waiting to set up the offense, and it's Huffman.
81 seconds remaining in the game. Princeton 3 points away from the W.
So an offensive foul is number 9 on Princeton. They're close to the double bonus. That is not a good spot to be in.
With a 4-point lead. Oh yeah.
Who here is cheering for Team Princeton?
Actually a 3-point lead. 18-15. All the action over the next 2 days coming at you from Victoria Park here in Hong Kong. Paris ball. Rambo looking for somebody to give it up to, a ball handler. Happens to be Suhard. Offensive foul now called on Rambo. Paris's 5th.
Here's what I don't understand. Suhard has Nash on an island. He's a ball handler. He's got a big in front of him. That's when you want him to be aggressive.
Well, I think he saw the size advantage, but he didn't know that Huffman is a capable defender on the interior, even though he was, outsized in terms of the height there. Yeah, you're right. He had the bigger mismatch. In any case, Suhard gets a rest. Huffman does too. Minute 4 on the game clock. Segala downshifts. Doesn't get the floater to fall. Under a minute to go. Caruso. He's looking like a deer in headlights for a while, but he focused in, pulled up, and knocked down the J. Joko, 2-ball, no. He'll get another chance. Instead, he passes on the 2 attempt. But 30 seconds in this game, they got to do something, and do it now if you're Paris. Segala weaves his way to the cup. 20 seconds to play in this one. Princeton are going to use some clock with a 3-point lead. They could win it with a 2. Paris had a foul to give.
They should have fouled right away.
Yep.
If they wanted a reset in the sub, they should have fouled right away. They took 3-4 seconds off the clock. Now the difference between the game clock and the shot clock, only 3.4. That leaves no time for Paris.
Yep, so now they got a foul. They should have and hope for some missed free throws. But Huffman smartly uses every bit of those 12 seconds. Caruso will fire it. It won't matter. Princeton have not lost the game yet from the qualifying draw. They start off the main draw with a dub. Mark it in the win column as they get it done over Paris. Your final in this one, 19-16.
I'm throwing all of my papers out the window. This was another one of those games where, before the tournament starts, you kind of go, okay, they come out of the qualifying draw. Paris has been so good this year. This might be a W for them. Even though it's a tough tournament always, it's the finals. But, again, on the other side of the coin there, it's the finals. You throw out all of your predictions. Princeton coming away with a victory, shaking up Pool D.
Laying it on the line. Yep. They all shook up. I'm just trying to wake you up there, boss. Hey. And they all shook up. The groups. Get out of here. Just go take a break or something. Bye. My goodness. 4 games in the books, y'all. Of course, we got more action coming your way. We will step aside just for a moment, a entertainment break before we get back to the action with the next 4 games. It'll start with Huishan in E and Partizan in Pool A. That's coming your way in about 5 minutes. Enjoy the highlights and the brief intermission. The World Tour Final from Hong Kong will continue in just a few.
2.
好唔好睇？好唔好睇啊？好唔好睇啊？Music，Where is the music？Yeah， 好唔好睇？好唔好睇 ？Is it good？ 好，好多謝 3x3 World Tour Hong Kong 嘅邀請，我哋嚟自中國香港跳繩總會嘅 Rosie Team， 各位聽嗎 ？Hello， 咁知唔知咩叫跳繩啊？知道㗎嘛係嘛？但係我哋今日表演嘅係咧交互繩。咁咩交互繩咧？啱啱大家都見到啦，我哋有好唔同嘅 element 喺裏邊。Breakdance Hong Kong team members 係啦，咁佢哋就會做一啲交互嘅動作。3樣多啦。哦，咁我哋仲有第2個方法嘅，咁我覺得咧而家開始做喎。
Welcome to the World Tour.
Yes, indeed, we get started again. Right on cue. Boz Rosendahl, the Mountain, and the voice of 3x3, Kyle Montgomery. We have another Serbian clash in an all-Serbian group. This time it's Huishan in E against Partizan. They made easy work, that is, of Liman in their opener, 22-11. Backyard beatdown. They took Liman behind the shed and pulled out the strap on him. And now they're going to try to do the same to Partizan.
You're right. And look, the competition has surely taken note, as they only missed 3 shots from the field against Liman. They were 7 of 7 inside the arc, 6 of 9 outside the arc, and the 2 misses came from Stojcic, but he actually had 3 makes. So, look, take note. This is when Ub shines the brightest. This is the tournament they always seem to win over the last few years.
And you know how bad they want to win this World Tour final.
Yes.
Given 2024, even with the 5 Masters titles this year, that Olympic disappointment has loomed on this team. A three-peat would go a long way to helping kind of smooth things out for Ub.
Not only that, it would vault them into the conversation for greatest team ever.
Absolutely, greatest dynasty ever, because that was something that Novi Sad never did. They never three-peated. They had a couple times they went back-to-back, but there was always something crazy happened that prevented that three-peat. That's what's in front of Ub here. With the way they started, I don't know if you got to be worried if you Partizan, but man, you better bring your A+ game in this one against this Ub team.
Yeah, and they really are going to have to, because on the season they haven't won too many games, especially with this lineup against Ub. They're 0-2. And look, they've had maybe the largest body of work out of any team with this squad, right? 25 games played with this lineup. They're 16-9 in those games, but against the competition in this tournament, only 5-7.
Well, here's Partizan coming in with a 13-12 record in 8 events this year. Scored at about 17.5 per game and allowed 17.5 per game. So they are the definition of mid. They've got to find a way to either improve one of those elements of their game, either the offense or the defense. Finished 11th in the tour standings, thanks to earning trips to the semifinals in 4 of their 8 events. So, low-key, Boz, they've had a pretty good year, to be honest.
They have. And you know what the common denominator is between those tournaments where they made a trip to the semifinals?
Who might that be?
The shooting for Stefan Milivojevic. All of the tournaments where they got to the semifinals, he shot it better than 30% from 2. All of the tournaments that they didn't, he shot it worse than 30% from 2. They're a very good team inside the arc. They hit almost 70% of their shots under the basket. But when Milivojevic goes off from long range, they go.
There is Milivojevic, the gladiator, in his 2nd season. He's averaged 6.2 points per game with 3 rebounds. On the year, he's 30% from beyond the arc, 62% inside the arc, and 80% at the charity stripe. He's the spoon that stirs the drink, so to speak, for this Partizan team. Game number 2 in Pool A. And game number 5 of day 1 of this Hong Kong World Tour final. What's good, y'all? Well, that's not good. Supica picking up a foul in the first 3 seconds. Got Stefan Torbica out there as well. And Bogdan Dragovic, a 2017 World Tour final winner, on the bench with this Partizan squad. So each team with a foul to start. Torbica and Milivojevic share the Wilson to start the possession. Milivojevic moving left, and Barac gets called for the foul.
Here we go again, hacking like the dark web early.
But they were able to overcome it in game one.
No, fully agreed. But this is something you'll see from them. They try to get really physical with you early and try to see if they can set a tone. And then either the referees or they adjust.
Well, Brankovic pressuring Milivojevic then. I believe that Branquilla poked it out of bounds. It should be about 4.5 seconds left to get a shot up for the Dragon. Bogdan Dragovic to Torbica. Milivojevic, lost the handle on it. That's a heady play there from Barac to tip it down for the score.
Great awareness.
Maybe we don't talk about how cerebral of a player. There's some brains to go with that brawn when you talk about Nemanja Barac.
That's because he just looks angry all the time.
He does.
Yeah.
Good feed. Torbica finishes it, and Strange caught in a bad position. He's called for the foul. Chance for an N1. And Partizan can take an early lead here against their Serbian compatriots.
Torbica actually made sure that he got that foul by getting in the way of Strange before he went up for the layup, turned his back into him. Very smart play.
Torbica, no good there. I think Torbica accidentally put on the Dragons playing shorts. He's got 2 sets of tights on.
Those are medium.
Got the baby shorts on. That's all right. Got another whistle. Here we go. They've been active.
This is the longest first minute of play I've ever been a part of.
We're not even a minute in.
It's 1-1. We've had 6 fouls. We're almost a minute in.
The shovel pass. Brankovic recovers and scores it. Dragovic lofts it. Super. No. Majstorovic gets the touch pass back and out to Branquilla. A double shot from deep.
Beautiful display of offense. Ball touched every player almost multiple times. They got it to an open layup, and they decided to go away from that for an open shot.
Their court awareness and clock awareness, I think, is obviously tops in the league. The way they share the ball and finding easy offense. Just like that, acknowledging Barac on the cut, and 5-2 is the result. Again, Oob taking aim at what will be a 3rd straight World Tour final title. 2-time defending champs and 5-time Masters winners in 2024. Torbica hands it off. They start the 3-man weave, top of the key. They look a little bit disorganized, but it works out. Torbica buries it.
Another foul called, though, as Milivojevic is holding on to Barac's shorts.
See, that's the thing. The Partizan, they can't join Oob in the foul trouble. Strange, he nearly got that to go. That was on the shot attempt, so the world number 1, Strahinja Stojicic, goes up to the free throw line. 3rd overall scoring this year, 1st in player value, top the league in highlights, and 76% at the free throw line. Although he will miss the first of 2 there.
So Oob, they played, out of 13 events, they played 3 with this exact lineup, and on average they came in 2nd. So it had a 1st place finish, a 2nd, and a 3rd place finish.
Ooh, Shubica with the big bang on the inside. But the fact that they played in 13 events of 16 regular season Masters is crazy.
Yep.
Strange strings. The hook shot no good from the Dragon. Strange was shooting a career high 34% from long range before Shenzhen, where he went 1 of 12. Just a reminder, he shot it well from beyond that arc this year.
And again, I think Strange is one of those players that in the past has shown that he can score close to 10 points per game. But because of the offensive options his team has, and because they are so diverse, and because they want him fresh on defense, obviously, has taken less shots than he usually does. His percentages are about the same, maybe up a little bit, but he's taken, you know, a little bit lesser of a role to be able to get his teammates more involved.
Well, he's over the years he's had to mature, and he's really had to take on that role of being the number one, the go-to guy. We've seen him thrive in that role for the last 2 years. His shot selection has gotten better, and he continues to make 3x3 his metaverse. Oob lead by 3 now, and Šupica cannot get that one to fall. He's got another one on the way because Oob is in the penalty here, not even 3 minutes into this game.
17 fouls for Oob, so they are in the penalty.
If you're Partizan, you have got to take advantage of having Oob in the penalty with 7 minutes to play.
Yeah, you got to go drive towards the basket, make sure you go looking for contact.
They should certainly get easier looks on the inside. Oh, faked him out of his socks and then laid. Šupica fires a blank.
Maestro. Back to Doc Strange. Spinning in the
Strange
lane.
will draw the foul.
Draws the foul as he put him in the
So tough to guard him because he gets low to the ground. He tries to get around you with that slithery athleticism that he has, and then somehow still makes a decent attempt at a shot.
Long, wiry, unorthodox.
Very unorthodox.
That's where the nickname originated from. I said, this dude can hoop, but his game is strange. So that's where Dr. Strange was born. Breaking the action in the 9-6 contest. Partizan have not done so well in knocking down their open looks. Torbica's got one to go. You heard Boggs mention earlier how important it is for Milivojevic in particular to play well and determining this team's success. They got Dr. Strange on the line shooting another. Nothing but you know what to put Oob up 2 possessions. The Gladiator, has he? He'll take it right at Strange. That's a tough layup right there. That's tough stuff. Badac patient on the drop step and an easy score.
11-7.
Milivojevic redirects, goes east to west, then heads north off the glass. No, Badac can't get it. Torbica can. Maestro up to the doctor. Down low, Majstorovic. Oh.
Bounces out.
I think he was surprised how open he was. Oh, Milivojevic foul. Badac wide-eyed. A behavior warning on Black.
Milivojevic went looking for that foul. He got what he wanted, but then a little bit too much showmanship, I think.
Yeah, the extracurriculars at the end of the shot. Yeah,
That was a little bit too much.
you got the whistle. No need for the extras.
Yeah, and again, these 2 free throws very important. It's going to be the connection in the game.
There is the Gladiator. 80% at the charity stripe this year. Smooth stroke.
11-9.
Partizan playing Oob a little bit better than I guess Liman was. Although that game was what, 10-7?
10-7.
Yeah, so there's a lot that can change in the next several minutes. All we got to do is look back to the day's opener.
It was
proof.
blitz.
So Oob have also featured Stefan Stojicic, that's Shahinia's big brother, and Nenad Naranjic on the roster this year. They're watching from the stands, and they've seen a lot of that. The Maestro playing some string music. Inside, Šupica, big boy in the paint. Stays a 1-possession game as Brankovic sets the screen. Up top they go to Badac. Badac finally gets a shot. You rarely see him take 2s. He doesn't make it. So Pizza unable to connect on what would have been his second two-make. Long rebound goes to Yellow. Rankila making his move. Badac down in the paint. That foul call on Milivojevic. That is now Partizan 6.
That's two strong dudes running into each other.
Tell you what, yeah. Milivojevic and Badac. I think I'll probably take Badac in that.
I do too, but don't slack on Milivojevic.
That's a fact. Strange one-handed poke. Strange's face has not changed from the moment he stepped on the court. He is locked in. He is locked in. 14-11, offensive. Just like that, do such a good job. Number one, we worry about the fouls early. Teams are not able to take advantage of it. In fact, they seem to start fouling more.
Well, I think it's up to that and the fact that, you know, the mindset of a referee changes after they see that 7 as well. And that's not a slight on the referees, but I think it changes. Once they see that 7, they don't call the same stuff.
Okay, swallow a little, whistle a little bit. Well, Partizan has picked up several. Milivojevic deep 2.
That's exactly what Partizan needs. Again, a very good two-point shooting team. Partizan normally a bit less than that, but they need Milivojevic to start hitting a couple of these.
Toward Pizza, faker. Oh, can't blow the layups though. Got to make those count in a 2-point game. There was a scoop-de-doop from Dr. Strange, 16-13. Had the scoreboard go out for a second. It's back now. Toward Pizza. Kind of an awkward release right there. 4 minutes to play in this one as Milivojevic plays the passing lanes. The Gladiator drills it from the corner. Partizan back down by 1. And the Dragon snuffed out the pass. Toward Pizza get the steal. Dragovic, swishalicious.
Uh-oh.
Partizan assumed the lead. This is what you would have expected, at least from my vantage point, maybe from the Liman game. But now it's Partizan giving Oob some trouble.
They are, and it's because of the two-point shooting that they have finally unlocked here late in the game. 2 from Milivojevic, 1 from Dragovic. Now they're up by 1, but 2 free throws coming up for Oob, though.
2 free throws that can put Oob in front. One-point lead for Partizan. Pending these 2 free throws coming up for Marko Brankovic. Rankila. Yes. We're dead even at 17. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Brankovic will give Oob a 1-point lead. Now Milivojevic, he will stop up. Pizza can't put it down. Doc Strange, the doctor, swings it out. Mike Stortovic off balance and off target. Shaheen is down. Shot is up. Now it is down as well. Straight through the nets. It is the Gladiator. What a lion's heart for Milivojevic. Unfazed. 19-18.
Wow. Partizan is really giving Oob the works here. And again, it's because finally they've got some 2-point shots to go down. Oob can't be as physical with them due to the foul trouble. And actually, they have controlled the rebound.
3 key areas in a 3x3 game. We said it before, we'll say it again. Throw the records, throw the rankings, throw the head-to-heads out of the window. Anybody can win in any given game. Partizan in front in this one. Quickness from Mike Stordovich. Shopitsa with the double pump flush. Strahinja. Has he? Oh, he was locked up. Straight clamps. Credit Milivojevic, the gladiator. Oh, this show is over. Partizan with a shocker as they win it over Ub. 21-19. The gladiator, the man of steel, steals it for Partizan. This group looks like it will indeed be the group of death. Partizan with a fist pump. They should feel good about themselves. They just beat the top team on the planet to prevent UB from going unbeaten.
This is the third upset in a row when it comes to standings, right? First Ulaanbaatar, then Princeton, and now Partizan coming through with a win. All of the pools are shaken up besides Pool B.
This is the World Tour final.
It is.
From Hong Kong, the best of the best. Clashing. What a performance from Partizan. And despite Doc Strange's heroics, there was another hero. He wore black, rocket number 3. Stefan Milivojevic and Partizan with the upset victory in Pool A's action. Pool B competition continues in just a few moments as we will get Raudondvaris, Hoptrans, and Miami on deck. Scheduled check ball here in just a minute. Stick around. So now we get another bout between Miami and Raudondvaris Hoptrans. It has been all Miami in terms of the head-to-head. You can see it. They are 7-0 against the Lithuanians, who do not have the Lithuanian Aurelius Pukelis available for this one for good reason. Just had a new baby back home, so congratulations to him and his wonderful lady on the new addition to the family. He'll be watching from home and hoping that Raudondvaris can pull off what will be an upset against a red-hot Miami team.
Yeah, this team Miami's beaten Raudondvaris 3 times on the Masters this year, and it's not been particularly close. The average margin of victory is 6 points in their favor. And look, judging by the first game that they won over Lausanne, they have already unlocked the long-range shot 8 of 15. That is... well, that's better than 50%.
That's damn good.
Yep.
Mitch Hahn with 8 points to lead the way. He hit 4 of 5 in that opener. Bardsley goes 3 of 5 with 6 points. James Parrott had his hands in pretty much everything. It was the defense. It was the offense. 6 highlights in that game. One of them shall not be mentioned. but it'll be seen a lot on the top 5 plays of the day. An absolute assault on King West. And they look ready to go. Dylan Travis, James Parrott, Mitch Hahn, Trey Bardsley. Team Miami. Second most Masters wins on the tour this year, behind Oob.
And now, representing a team, Raudondvaris Hoptrans.
Raudondvaris Hoptrans, 21-15 record in 2024. Finished the year 6th in the standings and capped the regular season by placing 4th in Shenzhen. I thought it was a performance in Shenzhen that they could maybe build on. I was pretty worried initially with them playing without Arenas Pukelis, who really put together an MVP caliber campaign this year. Playing without a guy like that, you'd think that they would be dead. But I saw some encouraging signs from the way they played last week.
I'll tell you where that came from. It was because they finally shot the 2-ball well. In this lineup, you'd expect them to be a great shooting team with Ujupas and Vingelis, but the first 2 tournaments that they played in this lineup, Vingelis disappeared, Ujupas couldn't find a shot. They shot worse than 20% from 2 in both those tournaments. Last week, 41%. Vingelis back to his old numbers, 4.5 and 4.5. 4.5, a game, and over 40% shooting from both 1 and 2. And that's what they need. Look, it takes a little while to adjust to playing without your star player in Pukelis. But, again, they have found something. They also, usually in this lineup, draw a lot of fouls. They can slow the game down with that. 8.6 times per game they've gotten fouled playing in this lineup.
As long as they convert at the free throw line, which is something we saw them do.
A bit of an issue.
Well, things have changed. Well, I don't want to say they have changed, but they certainly did change in Shenzhen last week. Evaldas Jalgis.
Yeah.
Evaldas Jalgis made 78% of his free throws. He was 44% from long range.
Yeah, and he has 10 points per game. And they need a consistent #1 scoring option. And if Jalgis goes bananas like that, that is exactly what they need. They can build around that.
He's taken over as the top scorer on this team at 10 a game from Shenzhen. In fact, the last 2 tournaments on the World Tour regular season, Jalgis averaged 9 a game. So this isn't just a one-off thing. He's taken the responsibility of being the man. We'll see how he's able to match up with Miami. Got flight mode, Modestas Kumpis, Sharunas Vingelis and Uzi, Marius Ujupas on Raudondvaris. And for Miami, once again, Dylan Travis, Trey Bardsley, Mitch Hahn, and James Parrott. Game number 6. So officially the midway point of this Hong Kong final 2024. What's happening, y'all? Where y'all watching from? Hit us up at FIBA 3x3. Use the hashtag 3x3WT Hong Kong. It's back on from Victoria Park. Check ball, top of the key. Miami start with possession. Flight mode. Defending Air Parrott. Euro step. The quickness in the way that he gets off the ground and the length for Parrott.
It's the fact that his arms are so long he can scratch his ankles without bending over with the quickness.
That wingspan is something serious for Parrott. He will not get a look from 2 like he wanted because Raudondvaris would pick up a foul.
If he didn't have the name Air Parrott, we could call him the Pterodactyl.
The Pterodactyl's not bad. All right. Boz is taking over the nicknames, by the way. I want y'all to know that.
Yep.
All right, so you want to stick with the Pterodactyl?
I mean, I like Air Parrott for now, but we can discuss it.
1-0 Miami. Hahn. Trigger. Trey. Inside to Travis. No, rolls out. Kumpis will sky for the rebound. Inside he wants to go. Travis was trying to foul Jalgis intentionally, but he didn't get the whistle. Now Jalgis trying to chase. Oh, trigger Trey up and under.
Trey Bardsley, man. I mean, look, he's a great shooter. We know that, but he surprised me with his ability to get to the basket and finish creatively.
At that size, you do have to be a creative scorer, especially on the inside. Bardsley known for his two-point shooting, showing us a little something on that last drive. Vangelis can't land it from 2. He will get the ball back on a little long rebound. Oh, Vangelis got his ball obliterated by guess who? James Parrott again. He woke up on the wrong side of the bed or something. He is in a bad mood defensively today.
So disruptive defensively. Incredible. Again, that length coming into effect and the hops with it. Contest so many shots.
Kumpis gets past Travis. Nice layup there from Modestus. Nobody there to stop that punch from Mitch Hahn. 3-2 Miami.
You better bring out the periodic table because these guys got some chemistry.
Miami.
Yes.
They just been on full display from game 1 until now. 3-2. Kumpis inside. Jalgis, second score of the game. Remind you that Jalgis has been on a scoring tantrum, a tangent, I should say, here of late as Travis put a little extra English on that, couldn't convert it into a score. And something happened with Ujupas' foot.
I don't know what happened there.
It was certainly a travel, but he reached down and grabbed his foot mid-play.
Hope he's all right.
Well, for now, he's on the bench. He might have just been embarrassed. Anyway, rebound goes to Kumpis. Evel Knievel to Shodunis, to flight mode. Flight mode just plows over Parrott. That basket counts. And he just made roadkill out of Parrott. He has some tire marks across his belly. That's grown men business down there.
That's a nice matchup, huh? Kumpis and Parrott.
I do like that. I'll tell you, both of these dudes are on my list of nominees for Dunk of the Year.
Oh, yes.
I got a tough decision to make for my end of year awards. It's a misfire from Trigger Trey.
Raudondvaris has been very sharp defending on the two-point arc. Miami's not been able to get loose for shots that are uncontested, which is usually where they get their great looks from. They've all been very contested, hand-in-the-face type twos.
Uzi catapults one up. Jalgis, give me that. Jalgis is a human wrecking ball, man. He's tough. Valdez Jalgis will give it up. He wants to set the ball screen. Now he wants to rock back. He's going back to work on the inside. He is eating. I hope he said his grace. Raudondvaris leading 7-3 on this Miami team, and it has been that guy right there, Valdez Jalgis, rocking the comb over, and he is rolling over Miami at the start.
Look, Miami is playing and shooting out of rhythm. You see them usually do this to other teams where they get the other team uncomfortable, but Raudondvaris have them go and drive out, take the very first shot. First player that gets the ball goes one-on-one. You don't often see that from Miami.
Oh, Miami with plenty of confidence at getting that 21-16 win to start the day over Lausanne. Now Parrott will come with a flavorful scoop, using that length to extend at the rim, and it's a one-possession game. 2-point lead, Raudondvaris. Flight mode, kicks it. Uzi ran off the two-point arc. Oh, my Lord. I don't know what to say about that.
That was a attempt at a floater. But
Hahn got range like a cornfield. 7-7. Dead even. They're from Nebraska.
Oh, I know.
You get the pun.
Yes.
Oh, Uzi tried to foul. Completely broke down the defense. Oh, Travis misses it. No go there. Vangelis cross goes left. Uzi gives it back over. Sharunas on the baseline. Good look. No look. Sets up Kupis. He'll miss it off right out of bounds. It'll go. Time for a media timeout. Even Steven. 7-7 tie. Would you say that this game is playing more in Raudondvaris' favor right now than Miami's?
I think up until about 2-3 possessions ago, yes. And after that, Miami's gotten loose for some good looks, and they've gotten more into their own rhythm. So I don't know. We'll see. I think the start of the game was definitely for the Lithuanians, though.
Well, 7-7, anybody's game. So important to seize that momentum. Make a run. 5:50 to go. Miami Rock, the real deal. Trigger Trey. Parrott gives it up. Quick ball movement from Miami. Air Parrott with Jalgis defending. He's a little long on a 2 attempt. They'll get reset on the offensive rebound. Trigger Trey, quickies on the baseline, bucket. Now Uzi. Uzi's having couple of little issues. Handling the ball with his floater.
Yeah, the touch on some of those shots and dribbles is missing a little bit.
Uzi having a little bit of a tough go at it actually in 2024. Has seen his numbers really drop. 3.5 points per game and just 25% from long range. Meantime, it's Trigger Trey.
Largely showing up in this game, carving out space to the basket, getting layup after layup to go.
It was a twos game one. Now he's getting to the rim in this one.
Would you say he's carving out space like a crop circle?
No, you would say that.
I would.
And I would approve.
That's good.
9-7. Another Nebraska reference.
Yes.
I'm sure they appreciate that back in Omaha. Trey getting a rest. Vangelis also rested. Perry. Oh, he ain't taking no rest. He gonna attack the rim. He pumps it up as Miami lead by 3. Now it's Kupis. His turn. Flight mode. Don't welcome yourself into my photo. Now Parrott glaring at flight mode. They're having some words with each other. So first it's JP with the flush. Flight mode can do that too. Both of these players play at a different altitude, although it is Air Parrott blowing that layup. Just dunk it next time. Jalgis. Who gonna stop him? Who gonna stop him, huh?
He's so good going towards the basket with his back turned halfway and then just that little nudge before he gets the shot up. But Raudondvaris is fighting twos with ones.
There was a shooting sighting from Dylan Travis. He just hit one. Kupis hustles that rebound over to Jalgis. Jalgis gets the score. Travis wants to challenge. He says it wasn't cleared. We're going to get that cleared up right now. As our officials go over to the scores table and take a look at that.
So if they win this challenge, they retain their right to challenge further calls. If they lose this challenge,
so some fireworks in this one. The two most athletic players, both with big dunks. In a game that's only separated by 1 point. Miami obviously trying to go back to the hotel at 2-0 to start this 2024 World Tour Final Day 1 campaign. Lausanne and Raudondvaris still left to play. That was not a good challenge because that basket will count.
Yep.
So Travis was seeing things.
Hold on, let's see the giant screen. It looks like we got the
And time for a media timeout. We're under 4 minutes to go. Pool B action from Victoria Park here in Hong Kong. This grand finale stage in one of the world's mega cities. A colossal competition, you could say. 3 days in total of action. Started yesterday with the qualifying draw. Now we enter the main draw today, and we are halfway through. By we, I mean us. Kyle Montgomery, the voice of 3x3. Boz Rosendahl, the mountain. Mitch Hahn came through dripping. Another wet ball from Hahn. He likes the top of the key. 14-11 Miami. Oh my goodness, he glassed it. I'm surprised he didn't crack the glass. James Parrott with another disrespectful block. Parrott, oh, blew a tire. Oh, and he got elbowed on the top of his head on accident. Look at the timing and the viciousness. He's an attack bird.
You can only do like a stink face on that. The cameras can't see us, but
14-11. And we got a whistle against Raudondvaris Hoptrans. At least we haven't seen a bunch of fouls in this game. That was starting to become a trend a little bit earlier in the day. Only a couple on Miami and 4 on Raudondvaris with 3 to play in a 3-point game. Trigger Trey twitching with it. Big City. Not that time.
not fouling is actually a staple of this version of Team Miami. They only foul about 4.2 times a game with this lineup.
Shows the discipline defensively. Evaldes Jalgis is balling. Gets Raudondvaris within 1. Cross left Ujupis in the dust and lays it. Now Parrott is the one left behind, and Jalgis doing his best Air Parrott impression. Jalgis has punched the clock. He is back to work from Shenzhen to Hong Kong. It is the day shift. Trigger Trey, no good that time. Parrott takes it at Kumpis. Kumpis with the defense.
That's great defense.
Seen enough. Jalgis, stop it. He is electric and lighting it up. Evaldes Jalgis, Evil Knievel, is on kill mode for this Raudondvaris team. They're now up by 1.
And this is exactly what his team needs to be able to beat a team that they have not been able to take down all year. Raudondvaris, again, losing to Miami and Neom, Utsunomiya, and Abu Dhabi.
Jalgis now, they got to chase him off that 2-point arc. That's exactly what they do, and he's still getting buckets like rain is coming. Jalgis has got to be up to 10 again. Meantime, Hahn runs back out to the 2-point line, and he's going to connect 2.
That's a big shot. My goodness. He looked like he couldn't find anything on that offensive possession. He steps back into a huge 2-point shot.
Indubitably, this game has gotten off the hinges. Mitch Hahn with, I believe, his third 2 of the game.
Yep, and an offensive foul on Raudondvaris, so Miami back in possession.
Mitch Hahn. Not that time. And that time, Big Senny gets called for the foul. Reach in from behind, the third on Miami. Minute 36 to play in this game.
I actually like this for Miami because they are only at 3 fouls, so they can, if they're smart with their fouls, they can stop 3 chances at a score for Raudondvaris. And with this much time on the clock, that is key. Every possession counts.
It is a sprint to 4 now. Here's some of the work that Mitch Hahn has been doing on this Miami team. He's another one of those players that kind of like when we talk about Steve Serve, you just give him just a glimpse at that rim, he can knock it down. So we're back to it. 96 seconds left. We've had a couple of Maurice Lacroix buzzer beaters today. This one looking like it could come down to a final shot. Evaldes Jalgis, no.
That's not a good possession. They need a little bit more than that.
Yeah, especially out of a timeout.
Exactly.
Parrott who had the vicious dunk in game 1. He will attack and miss the lefty lay. Ball finds its way back to that man who's shooting his shot like, hey. Mitch Hahn, like Noah said, he's the head honcho. Oh! He found his Jalgis.
Wow.
Evel Knievel's not out of stunts yet. My God, this game is crazy. Now it's Uzi. He swatted. Kupis recovers. Now it's the real deal. Dylan Travis defended by Jalgis. Hahn double teamed.
Great defense by Raudondvaris on 2 possessions.
They got Kupis wide
Hahn
open.
is stuck on the outside. He was laying out of bounds.
They fell asleep. Mitch Hahn is, where's he at?
He's outside of the court.
He's over there operating the camera. They don't stop play. But Hahn out of bounds. He ends up costing his team at 3-2
He couldn't get up though. He was stuck.
Oh, he was stuck. Oh man, that's unfortunate for Miami. And great for Raudondvaris, who pull out the 21-19 win. Another group that's
Now there's another group that's been messed up.
Oh my goodness. Did I mention that this is the World Tour Final? Okay, the World Tour Final. The 12 best in the world. They have taken it up a notch. Putting on a show out here in Hong Kong. Check out the highlights. After this, we'll get a break, and a session break, in fact, before the action continues. But in the meantime, the moving pictures from a game that was a movie. Raudondvaris coming out on top. So again, we'll take a break, a session break, and get you rejoined here from Victoria Park at 1800 local time. So that's a little over an hour from now. So enjoy the intermission. We got a lot more action to come. 6 games still left on the slate. Day 1 of the Hong Kong World Tour Finals. See you in an hour.